We have a massive update from Rupert Lowe, who is launching Restore Britain as a national political party, sending huge waves throughout all of the entirety of the UK. If you're Keir Starmer right now, you'd probably be pretty concerned. Amelia the Patriot says, decisive action needs bold leadership. The UK needs restoration. It needs Rupert Lowe. Let's effing go.
Thank you, Rupert. It's time to restore Britain.
Let's fucking go.
This is Restore Britain. Join the party. Quote tweeting Rupert Lowe. I am today launching Restore Britain as a national political party. Join us.
I've chosen to speak to you today from the farm because places like this represent what proper Britain is about. Hard work, responsibility, effort, duty, stewardship. This is the England I know, and this is the England that I love. On a farm, you don't think in election cycles or headlines or polling. You think in seasons. You think in generations, in what you leave behind to those who come after you. And that's why, here on the farm, I am now launching Restore Britain as a national political party.
And when you launch a national political party, it's not something very easy to do and typically has a lot of problems along the way. I feel like if there's ever a time to do that, this right here is it. And the angle that he's taking is perfect.
I'm now going to dedicate my life to finding, organizing, funding, and providing hundreds of qualified candidates to present to the British people at the next general election. This process has already started, with invitations being issued to patriots in aligned political parties, Reform, the Conservatives, the SDP, Advance, and more. In local politics, we will work in partnership with localized political parties, such as Great Yarmouth First, that have the best interests of their residents at heart, combining our forces at the next general election. The men and women standing for Restore in that election will not be politicians.
I mean, even if you just ignore the specifics of what he's saying, you can tell the emphasis of how he's saying it, that he's like physically hurt by what's happening right now in the UK. And that's what's motivating him to even stand there and say whatever the hell he's saying. I know that's like breaking it down to the bare bones, but like this is what is needed in the UK. And since he launched this, there has been a massive response online, people saying, we are all in on this.
I promise you that. They will not be failed ministers. They will not be tainted by failures of the past. They will be from business, from the military, from science, from medicine, from education, from industry, representing real communities up and down the country. Every single one will be from well outside the existing political establishment, and every single one will understand the difficult decisions that need to be taken, because there are no easy fixes. I'm not going to tell you comforting lies about the condition of our country. I have only ever been honest with the British people, and I will be straight with you now. What is necessary will be incredibly painful.
He already knows that what Keir Starmer has ushered in to the UK, the removal and fixing of that takes someone that is ready to be hated by the very same people that have taken over the country. Not so different than Donald Trump in the United States right now. And it takes a very strong person to go into a country and be like, no, this ain't happening here. We're taking our country back.
But for the first time in a very long time, voters will have a genuine alternative which is truthful with them about the scale of what now has to be done. The first priority is to control who comes to our country, and more importantly, who stays in our country. Restore Britain will not just stop mass immigration, we will reverse it. Every single illegal migrant will be securely detained and then deported.
The problem with this is if they bring in more migrants than people in your country, you can't take your country back. It's already been completely co-opted and overtaken.
The message will be unrelenting. If you are in this country without our permission, you will be removed. For the foreseeable future, far more people must leave Britain than arrive.
The problem that he's going to run into with this is Keir Starmer has been inviting people in. They're not there illegally. They're welcoming them.
If a foreign national is unable to speak English, lives in social housing, claims benefits, refuses to work, fails to integrate, commits crime, or even actively hates our way of life and wishes to do us harm, then they must leave or be made to leave. Restore Britain will make our communities safe again for women and children. That I promise you. If that means millions go, then millions go. We're constantly told that the economy needs vast swathes of low-skilled migrants. We know that's simply not true. What we need is to get millions of healthy Brits back into work. A radical overhaul of how welfare is delivered. Protecting those in genuine need, but not funding healthy shirkers to live off the back of hard-working men and women. If you can work, you must work. It really is that simple. Restore Britain will be abundantly clear. If you consistently refuse work, then you will lose your benefits. We will punish indolence, and more importantly, we will reward success. We will provide vast economic incentives for men and women to start businesses.
I will say, over in the United States, right, they could learn a little bit from this, because there's almost like a disincentive to work harder, because the more you work, the more money you make, the more you have to pay in taxes. It's like, well, I end up in close to the same place that I was before I did all that extra work. So why bother working any harder than I was?
Generate opportunities, build wealth, and create self-sufficient families. Standing here today on the farm, I know exactly what it means to deal with energy bills, labor shortages, regulation, unproductive paperwork, planning restrictions, tax, and endless uncertainty. The state has definitively become the enemy of the people. Restore Britain will burn away suffocating taxes on work and enterprise. We will slash unnecessary regulation. We will dismantle bloated quangos and the overbearing HR culture. We must crush parasitic Britain. We will restore long-term, stable, logical policy so that businesses can plan and invest and grow again. But Restore Britain is about much more than numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about who we are as a nation and who we are as a people. Britain is not just an economy. Britain is not just an idea. Britain is not just a passport. Britain is a nation. Britain is a people, our people. And Restore Britain will never allow that to be erased. We will celebrate our Christian heritage and the identity that built and shaped.
Do you think the people that they're allowing into their country right now would be able to build these kind of buildings? No, they could not. That's right there. This is part of the culture of the UK. This is England. And the people that bring in there are just destroying it. And I don't even live there. I'm over in the United States watching this happen, and I'm just like, I want UK to remain the UK. As an American, I'm looking at it like, what is happening over there? I could only imagine the people that are there right now, what they're dealing with.
This country. Responsibility, restraint, forgiveness, duty, and fairness. In short, a high-trust society. That will mean defending our culture. That will mean resisting the relentless creep of radical Islam. That will mean banning the burqa, outlawing Sharia law, blocking cousin marriages, and
I can't believe he said blocking cousin marriages, a point that you have to make. Like, how is that even a thing? Like, that should be so obvious that you don't even need to state it. But yet here we are.
imposing our Christian-based rule of law. A Restore Britain government would legislate to ensure that no halal or kosher slaughter on British soil. This is Britain, and we will do things our way. This political party now exists for one reason: to restore Britain. to make it a better, safer, and more prosperous place for British men and women to raise their families. It will be difficult and it will be painful, but I assure you, it is possible. I hope you will consider joining me on this journey and becoming a member of our party. It is our country. It is now our collective responsibility to act. Together, we will restore Britain.
Banger video message. And this is the link connected to it for the Restore Britain. It says, join us. Restore Britain is a political party for those who believe that our nation has been hollowed out by weak leadership, broken institutions, and a political class that no longer serves the people. If you believe in low tax, small government, secure borders, national pride, traditional Christian principles, free speech, and direct democracy, you're in the right place. Let's restore Britain together. And then goes through donations for £20 to join, because it's not cheap or easy to do something like this. I hope this is successful, because holy crap, if it's not, the entire shape of the planet Earth will be changed.